The family-owned business. It's the backbone of this country and still the future of America. Consider the Matheson family of Wenatchee, Washington. They've been in the fruit-growing business for generations, but it's taken decades of hard work and discipline to make their family business, Stemilt Growers, a success. From making family decisions on how to stay ahead of the competition, to making that all-important family decision of when is the best time to pass the torch and transfer the reins of the company to another family member.
When you find family members that have such ability and enthusiasm and passion for the business, it's just a tremendous amount of personal satisfaction to see it all come together and continue.
Tom Matheson made that decision a few years ago when he transferred the presidency of the family fruit-growing operation to his grandson, West. He wanted new innovation, but what mattered most for Tom was that his concern for the land and the environment be passed on to future generations.
I tell West this company will be what he makes it. And it'll have to continue to grow, and it'll have to continue to execute and have to continue to innovate. And it's up to him to make that happen.
I've only really known, the farming business and the agricultural business and living off the fruits of the land and the efforts of your labor. And as I got older, I realized how fortunate that was. And for a young person, I just think that that's a real blessing, and I look forward to passing that on. And I'm the 5th generation, in this operation, and looking forward to passing that on to the 6th.
This concern for the environment and sustainable agriculture can be found in a growing number of farmers today and is evident in the Stemilt family's rich history. In the late 1800s, the Wenatchee area was beginning to thrive. Farmers attracted by the valley's dry climate and rich soils, watered by the mighty Columbia River, were drawn to the area. In 1893, Tom Matheson's grandfather, Thomas Kyle Matheson, homesteaded 160 acres on Stemilt Hill. In 1914, Thomas Kyle had established a farm on the hill, complete with apple, pear, and cherry trees, the start of what would become Stemilt Growers decades later. The early days of farming were difficult. Although central Washington's climate was ideal for growing apples and other tree fruits, producers battled insects, bad weather, and challenges like delivering enough water to the crops. Families pulled together in those days, as did the Mathesons. At the young age of 21, Tom took over running the farm and providing for his mother and young wife.
I think I've been really blessed. We're absolutely blessed to be where we're at, and beholden to our forefathers, my grandfather and my father, for continuing on through hard times, through the Depression, and you can imagine how it was, and just to move here with nothing and just start making a living out of the desert.
Today, Stemilt Growers has become one of the nation's largest producers and packers of tree fruit, a business that not only includes orchards, but also packing and storage facilities in both Washington and California.
There's a lot of satisfaction in seeing an idea come into fruition. And so in terms of growing and expanding, it really kind of comes down to fun and what we enjoy.
I am more proud of my family, my sons and grandsons, and than I am anything that I've ever done. They've really expanded our business and led us into better opportunities, and that's where the basis of my pride is really in my family and what they were able to accomplish.
The family-owned business is the backbone of America, and the Matheson family is an example of how hard work, perseverance, foresight, and passion for delivering the very best fruit to market can launch a family business into a global leader in the tree fruit industry. Stemilt Growers may be a large player in the tree fruit industry, but it is hardly a corporate farming entity. It is still family-owned and operated by the Matheson family with a passion for farming that can only come from being a family business.
I always tell people that farmers were the first environmentalists, because if they weren't good stewards of the land, then there really wasn't any, long-term potential for your livelihood.
With founder Tom Matheson serving as chairman, grandson West Matheson as president and sons Kyle and Bob Matheson as growers and key leaders of the company, the same values and goals which inspired the establishment of the company still guide Stemilt growers today.
Truth of the matter is, we're just a caretaker here for a very short time in the overall, and it's important that we leave that as good as we possibly can, and better if we can. So it's just family responsibility as much as anything.
The Matheson family's rich history, strong work ethic, and commitment to excellence inspired Tom Matheson to reach beyond farming and establish a package and storage operation that would allow more control over the end quality of fruit delivered to consumers. Under the leadership of its fifth generation of the Matheson family, Stemilt Growers today owns 4 packing facilities in Washington and 1 in California, with the capability to deliver the very best fresh fruit to consumers worldwide.
One thing that's been passed along in our family from my grandfather and father is this aspect of sustainability, and that, that we've only got one planet, we've only got, one piece of ground. It's the same piece of ground that we've been farming, and we got to take care of it.
At Stemilt Growers, tree fruits are grown by real people who care deeply about the products they sell. And the Matheson family philosophy of caring for the environment while still providing world-class fruit is allowing it to expand and prosper. For more information, visit stemilt.com.